your name, first of all?
Travis Morales.
Okay. Are you with this group, refusefascism.org?
Yes,
that's the website.
refusefascism.org, yes.
Here's a weird question, maybe. How are you guys defining fascism?
What she does.
Fascism, what is fascism? Fascism is an open dictatorship. Not the hidden dictatorship we usually have in this country, but an open dictatorship relying on violence and terror to rule. Silencing the press, jailing political opponents, beating political opponents. That is what fascism is, and that's what we see coming into power in this country. That's why it must be driven from power. We need millions of people to do what people didn't do in Germany, which is to drive out this fascist regime.
Okay, so you see that the American government or the Trump regime is actually similar to 1930s Germany? Or?
The only difference between Trump and Hitler is that Hitler had that funny mustache and Trump has that orange dead squirrel on his head. That's the only, their programs are the same. Outlawing abortion, targeting and rounding up people based upon their religion, upon their nationality, silencing the press, utilizing violence to attack political opponents as they did during their campaign, whipping up people to go after others, undesirables, those they consider threats, whether they be black people, Latinos, immigrants, anyone who criticizes their regime. And that's, look, Kellyanne Wrongway already told the press they need to clean out all these reporters who were talking smack about Trump. What does she mean talking about? She means actually challenging his lies, whether it's about how many people came to his inauguration, or challenging his lies that this is not a Muslim ban when he said he was going to ban Muslims. This is a full-on, full-court press to silence the press in this country.
What's the worst-case scenario? Okay, sorry. So, you were saying that if nothing stops, like if the administration has their way, things are going to get worse with this country, with international relations, something like that?
Yes, if the Trump-Pence fascist regime is not driven from power, it will be a nightmare for humanity. Why? Global warming. They put climate change deniers in charge of the environment. Trump is unleashing the building of these pipelines. He's legalizing torture. He wants to unleash the intelligence services to spy on people. And he has his finger on the nuclear button. He's talking about eradicating Islam, fundamentalism from the face of the earth. What does that mean? That means going into the Middle East and carpet bombing, possibly using nuclear weapons. This is a nightmare and it must be stopped.
So what would be some compromise, or what would be an ideal Trump-Pence administration for you? Like, what would be...
Driven from office.
So there's no way that they can stay in.
You don't cooperate with fascists. You don't conciliate with fascists. You don't collaborate with fascists. This is a fascist regime. And again, we are setting out to do exactly what people in Germany did not do, which they should have done. Look, there's millions and tens of millions of people who are deeply and righteously angry and upset by what this fascist regime is doing every damn day. And those people need to come out into the streets like they did in Egypt when they drove out Hosni Mubarak, like it happened in South Korea last year. Like, look, when I was young, like people did to LBJ, ran him out of office, ran Nixon out of office because of the mass upheaval in this country.
Nixon did resign, but LBJ just didn't run for another term.
That was running him out of office, okay?
That counts as... Okay, you would be satisfied if he wasn't elected and or didn't run for a second term.
Let's be clear. He lost by nearly 3 million votes. The only reason he got the presidency was because of slavery. Slavery determined that Trump won. What do I say that? The Electoral College was set up as an institution to give disproportionate voting power to the southern slave-owning states, which it still does to the smaller conservative states in the South and other places. So even though he lost by 3 million votes, he was elected president. But more than that, he's illegitimate. Look, he's illegitimate. Their regime is illegitimate because it's fascist. It's illegitimate because of abortion bans. It's illegitimate because of a nuclear arms race that they want to unleash. It's illegitimate because they want to unleash climate change. It's illegitimate because they want to silence the press. All of this is illegitimate. They're attacking, they want to pass a law that allows people to invoke their religious faith to discriminate against LGBT people, to discriminate against abortions, to discriminate against birth control. That is illegitimate and it's fascist and it must be stopped.
I feel like country's okay as long as you have watchdog groups like yourself, right? It doesn't seem like it could get so bad.
Look, it's not going to, look, we don't have 4 years.
You're making a mess of me so easy, crushing my